a good morning, good afternoon, and a very good evening to you, the good and good people of the true purple today. Hope you're feeling grand and all's well in your world. Hello there, everybody. Welcome to A&Q Wednesday, everybody. Today is the first A&Q Wednesday with the new orange Super Crush, everybody. So you're going to see a lot more of that amp, believe me, I love it. Okay, so anyway, that aside, let's get to question one today. Okay, so question one today is, that's a thing in my hair. What is that? I don't even know what that is. Something in my hair. Anyway, today's first question is, I was wondering if you had any thoughts on how many guitars should someone own debate. Can you ever have too many, or are there factors one should consider? What's the limit of guitars you own? That comes down to you. I hate the idea of people thinking they have the right to tell you how many instruments you can and cannot own. Or you've got too many, you don't need that many, or you shouldn't have that many, or whatever that nonsense is. If it's making you happy and you want it, then that's all that matters. It doesn't matter what anybody else has to say on this subject. Is there too many? Is there a limit? No, of course there's not a limit. You see people like Joe Bonamassa and all those kind of people. There's no limit to how many guitars you can own. It really isn't. It's just, it's down to you. If they make you happy, then that's all that matters. I've got guitars that I never play. Like, for instance, my first ever guitar, my Washburn Maverick Series. I never play that guitar anymore. But I'd be damned if I'm ever going to sell that thing and get rid of it. Because that's my first ever guitar. And I've got other guitars as well that I don't really play a great deal of, but I'm not getting rid of them just because. That I like having a guitar collection. I like having lots of guitars because I love them. I would not be a happy bunny with just maybe 2 or 3. I would get bored. You know what I mean? I like different guitars because certain guitars will inspire you on a day when others won't. And I like to maximise the, scope, if you will. I don't think that's the right word. But the scope of kind of like inspiration. So one day, music will tell me to pick up Mr. Red here. Another day, it might tell me to pick up a Flying V or whatever. And depending on what music wants that day, it'll want different things from different guitars. Like a Les Paul V, Strat, Telecaster, 335, acoustic, you name it. So it's not a bad thing. It's been certain people, and I don't know why they do it. I don't know where it comes from. This kind of weird hatred of people who own loads of guitars that some people have just don't like it. But I don't know where it comes from. But it's totally unfair to people who have lots of instruments, whether they be really expensive or really cheap. Because at the end of the day, it comes down to your personal preference. It's the same thing as relicking guitars. If you don't like relicking, that's fine. But don't go around telling everybody else they're wrong just because they don't, because their opinion and preference doesn't match up with yours. It doesn't make sense. It's stupid. And it's selfish beyond. And the same goes for having, you've got too many guitars debate. No one's got too many guitars. If it makes you happy and it makes you inspired and the guitars you've got, and if you love them, that's all that matters. There are obviously certain factors that come into this. For instance, there is certain guitars that you can have where you're just like, oh, I'm just going to sell that now because I don't use it anymore. Or you'd fall out of love with it, in which case then that's fair enough that you can sell them on. But certain guitars you have a connection to and you don't want to get rid of. And in that case, it's fine to keep as many as you want. There is no limit to how many guitars you can own. It's just a stupid thing that the internet's brought up out of a gullet as well. It's not even it's not even real. It's just stupidity. It's just stupidity, and it's selfishness, and it's certain people's inability to function knowing that other people have different opinion to theirs. It's the same old nonsense. I don't like you because you don't like what I like. Bye then. It's stupid. So if you want 180 million guitars in your collection, go for 180 million. If it makes you happy and you're happy with it, that's all that matters. It's all about you and what you want. It's not about what everyone else thinks or wants for you. It's about what you want for yourself and all that. It's not about anything else. It really isn't. Just do what you want to do. It's ridiculous. I don't like people who tell people constantly what to do. Oh, you shouldn't be doing that because I wouldn't do that. Sometimes that's more the reason to do it. you just got to be happy in yourself. You got to do what you want to do, and don't be swayed by what other people say. Just go by you. Don't listen to others. Do you. Do you. It's really important. Okay, so I'm going to end it there because I could talk about that for hours. But no, I don't really have an opinion. I've got loads of guitars and I love them. And I'm going to keep getting more and more guitars because I love guitar. Same with amps, same with pedals. I'm just going to keep... Well, pedals not as much, but amps and guitars are my main kind of like focus. I love amps and I love pedals and I love guitars. But I definitely buy guitars more and amps more than I do pedals. I've kind of got the pedals I like, and I don't really stray too far from them, to be fair with you. But anyway, either that way being said. But again, people of the tube, what's your opinion on this? The whole kind of like can you ever have too many guitars? Because I don't think you can. I don't, like I say, personal preference. Let us know in the comment section below what you think. Okay, so we move on to question 2, final question of Q&A Wednesday. What do you think of wireless guitar systems? Good or bad? Wireless guitar systems. Personally, I think they're very cool. I've just realised the tripod's resting on my pedal board. I'm just going to move you a sec there, people of YouTube. There you go. Hello. They're very cool. They are very cool. Personally, I don't like them because I feel disconnected. I like to be connected to my pedal board or my amp via a lead because I just feel weird on wireless. I don't care if I am on lead or wireless, but if I have a preference, it's definitely a lead. It's not because of it sounds better or anything like that. I just like, it's like an umbilical cord, if you want to say. I just like the feel of being connected to my amplifier via a lead, all my pedals, and then going to an amp via a lead. Wireless gives me a funny feeling, and I'm not the biggest fan of that feeling. I don't mind it, and I wouldn't mind it if I was on a massive stage, because I like to move. I'd probably use a wireless just because I like to move around the place. But the places I get to play are so small, wireless would be pointless. But I do love the feeling of being free, but I don't really like the feeling of wireless. It's really strange. But I've never had any bad experiences with it sounding different or this, that, and the other. It's always sounded pretty good to me. There was one cheapo wireless unit I tried ages and ages ago, which I had and used for a little brief period of time, that was utterly terrible. But it was literally like one of those kind of like, everything's plastic, but cheap plastic, and it bows, and it basically, you get like the local taxi rank coming through it and all that kind of thing. And I think that's still in this house somewhere, come to think of it. I don't know where, but I'm pretty sure I never got rid of it, but God knows where it actually is. But it stopped working very, very rapidly. But, some of the new ones, like the Line 6 and stuff like that, they're amazing. They are absolutely amazing wireless units. I'm not going to get into the debate of does lead sound better to wireless, because, a lot of my favourite guitarists are on wireless and they sound amazing. John Frusciante, for instance. And then some of my favourite guitarists are on leads, Jimi Hendrix, and they sound amazing as well. So I'm not going to get into that. From personal preference, I don't really care. Every wireless system I've used always sounds good to me, apart from that one that I just mentioned, which was... I don't even remember what the make was. It was probably some like cheap, crappy make that no one even knows of. But anyway, but I don't really have an opinion on like whether they're good or bad. I personally I wouldn't if I had to use one, I wouldn't care. If I didn't have to use one, cool. It's neither in or there really. Like I say, but I do like the feel of a lead being connected, not for sound or any of that. I just like it because I feel connected. Like it's just like a constant flow. With the wireless unit, it feels like there's a disconnect. It's like it's flowing out of the guitar and me into nothing before it hits everything. It's a very strange thing. It just feels weird, and I can't get my head around it. But would I not use wireless because of that? No. Again, if I was on a big stage, I would probably prefer it because I'd like to be able to move. Which is hard in the trio because I sing so much. It's hard to move away from the mic stand because I need to get back to it all the time. Maybe I should get a Britney Spears mic for the trio. What do you think? Anyway, But yeah, like I say, the ones I've tried, they sound great, and I haven't really got a problem with wireless, like I say, but I do not like that weird feeling I get with them. But I really want to try some of the Line 6 ones, actually. I've tried them, but in like shop context, if that makes any sense. Not on my own, in my own kind of privacy, if that makes sense. Just like really run it through, see how it feels and whatnot. I'd like to try one of those Line 6 ones, see what they're like, just because I'm curious. But maybe in the future, people will too. But again, I'm not going to rush out and buy a wireless unit, not because they're good or bad, just because I don't really have a desire to get one or need one, to be honest with you, at this point in time. If the time ever arose where I was playing bigger stages, I would probably want one, just in case I fancied it one night or something like that. But until then, the lead is perfect for me. And again, I do like the feeling of like, this into this, and then you've got this kind of like constant trail of from here into the pedal board and into the amp, and then it's out of the amp, so to say. I like that feeling. I like the feeling of being connected. Wireless kind of just feels weird. I'll talk about that. I'm reiterating now. I need my own hair as well. But yeah, people with a tube, what's your opinion on this question as well? Wireless, do you like it? Do you not like it? If you do like it, why? If you don't like it, why? Let us know in the comment section below. Like I say, I've never really found any kind of like tonal differences or anything like that personally. And the ones that there are tonal differences, it's so minute, it's kind of pointless to worry about it, if that makes any sense. Some of the wireless units I actually tried actually darken the sound a bit, and that makes me happy because I like that anyway. It's like I don't like plugging straight into an amp without a wah pedal in the line, because I like the darkness a wah pedal adds. Because I'm not really a true bypass fan either. I don't really like true bypass pedals. I think I like signal degradation, if you will. I really like how your signal gets darker and darker the more non-true bypass pedals you use and are working, and especially a wah pedal. Wah pedals really darken down the sound. I've always loved that, and it's one of those pedals that even if I wasn't ever gonna need to use it, I turned up at like a gig and I had to just play rhythm guitar all night, and I had no solos and I didn't need the wah for anything, I would still have it with me just to go through it, because I like what it adds to the guitar tone. I really do. It's really awesome. I love wah pedals. It's the one pedal I would have. If I could have no other pedals in the world, the one pedal I'd have is a wah, just because they're just gorgeous. Anyway, but yeah, anyway. People too, let me know what you thought to that in the comment section below. Let me what you think to question 1 in the comment section below as well. And yeah, that's it for this Q&A. I will see you again tomorrow for another one. And yeah, have a great morning, afternoon, and good evening, and goodbye now. Thank you much indeed for watching. I hope I didn't speak too fast. I'm terrified now I'm doing short videos that I'm speaking too fast. Oh, I didn't mention, quickly. If you want to submit a question for Q&A Wednesday, in the description box below, there is an email link. There is also a link in the description box to my Patreon. If you want to support the channel and support what I do here, then maybe please consider becoming a patron over on Patreon. And anybody who is a patron at Patreon, God, that's hard to say. Thank you so much indeed. Your support really helps. It really means the world to me. Thank you so much indeed. It's like you've literally given me the ability to do this right now, and I'm so grateful. So thank you much indeed. Okay, so I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a great morning, afternoon, good evening, and goodbye now.